Have you ever noticed that the more choices you have, the harder it becomes to feel calm? When you scroll through videos, a stream of fragmented information quietly pulls your attention away, making your mind restless without you even noticing. Laozi understood this 2,500 years ago. Chapter 3 is about one thing. Our mind becomes chaotic when we constantly chase, compare, and want. My name is Adam Brain, and together, we decode ancient wisdom in a simple and grounded way. Let's enter Chapter 3. When we stop glorifying the exceptional, people stop competing. When we stop worshiping rare treasures, people stop stealing. When we stop feeding endless desire, the mind no longer becomes chaotic. Laozi is not saying we should suppress talent or forbid wealth. He is pointing to something deeper. When society constantly puts the best on a pedestal, everyone begins to believe they must compete to become that version of the best. When rare things are worshipped, desire intensifies. When desire is constantly triggered, the mind spins out of control. Here's the counterintuitive truth. Chaos doesn't come from the outside. It comes from repeatedly seeing something that makes you feel not enough. This is why comparison exhausts you, why endless scrolling numbs you, why people lose themselves chasing what others have. Therefore, the sage governs by emptying the mind and filling the body, weakening excessive ambition while strengthening one's core. Laozi describes the sage's approach in a beautifully poetic way. Empty the mind means clearing noise, comparison, and unnecessary desires. Fill the body means grounding yourself, sleep, food, presence, routine. Weaken ambition doesn't mean killing dreams. It means avoiding blind obsession. Strengthen the bones means cultivating inner resilience. The deeper message, a clear life, doesn't come from more desire. It comes from less internal noise. When your inner world becomes stable, you stop being pushed around by society. When people are not driven by endless desires, the cunning have nothing to exploit. Laozi is not advocating ignorance. He's saying something wiser. When you are not dragged by desire, you cannot be controlled. A simple heart is not a weak heart. It is a heart that sees clearly. When you are not blinded by envy, you don't fall for deception. When you do not crave endlessly, your judgment becomes sharp and calm. Act through non-forcing and everything falls into place. Non-action does not mean doing nothing. It means not forcing what doesn't align, not pushing when the timing is wrong, not exhausting yourself fighting the impossible. It is a way of living where clarity leads and action follows naturally. When you stop fighting life, life stops fighting you. Chapter 3 teaches us that real clarity doesn't come from more desire, it comes from less noise. In Chapter 4, Laozi explores the nature of the Tao itself and why it nourishes everything without ever trying to control anything. I'm Adam Brain, see you in Chapter 4.